See home Alabama.
Right, no, that's 2000 Thunder 2002.
Some days I forget what game it is. With
Mm.
these
Blah,
songs.
blah, 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 blah.
One of these days we need to react to Hot Wheels World Race.
Plus the Acceleracers movie.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
hard to react to something when you've watched it 100 times.
Uh,
Whee!
1 years of Hot Wheels. And I've been through this entire life. And it's still great over the past 2 decades.
Mm-hmm. I know what
Never
I
grow
do.
out of Hot Wheels. Never grow out of that.
I want this. I hate that the stupid YouTube algorithm fucks shit up, so now I don't. It's very hard to get people to actually join the stream to watch.
What has YouTube ruined this time?
They ruined a lot of shit.
What has YouTube ruined? Yeah, other than they ruined a lot.
Discord! Oh, fuck off. Discord! Oop, wait, oops, wait, get back up there. And oh wait, wrong one. Gotta do this, and we gotta do at everyone. Everyone! 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 Nobody knows the tribulation.
Hello there. We need people in this voice chat. We need.
I bet you knew we need some people to come up in here and be like, "Oh, doggy doo."
You know what's strange enough? For anyone that has not watched Hot Wheels War Race, you know what's strange enough? Besides of the obvious people in the background within the film, you know, Carnes, Massimo, um, it's like random that keeps appearing out of nowhere in Hot Wheels World Race.
Somebody gonna get stabbed in the eyeball because they were like, "Ooh, you don't know this, the Hot Wheels World Race." I'm like, "Oh, hi, Dono.
Exactly.
What's up, Scuttlebutt?
Welcome to the chat, mate.
Give me 1 second. I'm behind on doing shit." Close that. Close that. Oh. Playing some more. It's good today, Nana.
Dirt to Daytona here, bitch.
Come join the fun.
Join the fun.
Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me. But in the shop is doing the shit. You were looking at a thumb with a finger and a thumb in the shape of an L on a forehead. Whoop, 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 balade, whoop, 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 balade, bum. All right, let's go racing here in Daytona. I don't know where actually we're going. We're going dirt track racing. Baxter!
Oh dear. What have we got now?
The worst track in this entire game. Because this is a track that puts you to sleep. With legs wide open.
Yes, as I was almost falling asleep, a helicopter went by.
Oh.
There's been too many been near me area of the Callies.
It's been 1 week since you looked at me. Come on, even a mommy, my boo.
Here at Baxter Fairground.
We're here in my garage. And while we're getting ready to go to Backstabbers.
Here in my garage. Just brought this new dedicated Lamborghini. It's fun to drive into the Minecraft area. But you know what I love more than this Lamborghini?
Knowledge.
That's why I have all these bookshelves installed. The one there met a wolf that gave a wolf a bone. Knowledge.
Knowledge.
Alright, let's see where we play.
It's the qualifying lap for 21.15.
Okay, I thought it was a shitty lap, but I guess it was a good lap. Okay. To the A-Main!
Bamble.
Yeah, I'm looking at my stream screen. My car, looks like a bright purple in the stream, but on my screen it looks very blue.
It is purple. Well,
I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but if we go to... on the screen, it looks blue.
oh my god, it actually is.
But in the actual stream, it's purple.
Testing, 1, 2, 3.
No, we're not here to...
Long time no see, Mr. Derp. Ironically, it was funny.
What?
Last night I said, I love how I'm not getting any of Derp's notifications for any of your content, whether it's live streams, whatever, even though the bell is active. Right? And then the very next second, the video that you posted of you doing the real life racing stuff that you did pops up on my feed of notifications.
Oh, the one from yesterday?
Yeah, I just found it funny that I was like, man, YouTube's failing to send me any notifications. I got nothing to watch. What comes up 2 seconds later? The video. I'm like, you stupid piece of shit.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I was...
No, it's not you, it's YouTube. Just the fact that...
Well, yeah, YouTube is being dumb, because, it's not even bringing new faces into, to watch the stream and whatnot.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to do you a favor. I'm going to figure out how to do it as a command, because I'm on a Twitch channel, right, that I'm on. Mm-hmm. I'm the only human mod, but he's giving me full permission to add commands as long as I let him know, hey, I'm adding a command. And I'm going to... that if there's anybody that's a NASCAR fan, check out this channel and it'll link to your YouTube.
Yeah.
Just try to do some new faces from over in his stuff. Cause
well, it doesn't even have to be NASCAR, but just racing in general.
No, what I'm going to market it as is somebody who plays NASCAR, but also retro PS2 stuff, which would be right up the alley of a lot of his viewers that have YouTubes. When you start sifting viewership to your channel, which would be perfect, because it benefits you, it benefits me.
Yeah.
Because I get to help make a mod, I as a mod get the ability to make a command, and you as the friend of that mod gets the benefit of getting viewership boosting, you know? Also, guess what my luck is? What? I set up the Car 15 Victory Edition on 360 using that update mod thing, right?
Okay.
The moment I found that it set up where it's got the DLC and I could play with the DLC and I could go play as Bushy, do a career, this, that, the third. Guess what decides to be a piece of shit and stop fucking working?
The game.
No, the controller for the console.
Oh,
And then here's
okay.
the spare controller I have works except for one issue. The L2 button or LT button, whatever you want to call it, because it's the same wireless, decides to have this weird glitch where basically you're like when you get stick drift where like you'll touch the joystick, let it go, and then it just acts like you're moving.
Oh, yeah.
Drift, but for a trigger button.
So you got stick drift on my triggers.
On the trigger, where basically I touch the trigger, I let it go, and it still thinks it's being pressed. But it works fine. That's the crazy part. Like, it doesn't even activate. Like, you don't notice it in the games. You shouldn't be doing that in the first place. Because say I was playing an emulator where you have to hit certain buttons and time it right.
Yeah.
It screws up your whole.
Yeah.
Thankfully, a lot of the GameStops around me, like the equivalent like an EB for you.
Well, actually, no, they're not called EB. They fully changed over to GameStop now.
Oh, really? So now it's no longer EB Games, even though they literally gave you guys back, gave EB Games back ownership of EB? Huh. Well,
Unless they changed it again. I know they were called GameStop for a while there recently. But the last time I went to a GameStop was... I don't even remember. It's been many years since I went to a GameStop.
Yeah.
The ring's going green. There's the green flag.
Yeah, right here, when I search for EB Games, if it's still around in your area, what's the first one that comes up? Is ebgames.ca.
Yeah.
So, like, the nice thing is I think GameStop did, like, a lot of companies do, like WWE, for example, when they bought AAA, they still kept AAA as its own entity, but it's a subsidiary of WWE because it gets the funding for WWE. Same thing for EB Games, they get their extra funding from GameStop. Like how it used to be way back in the day before they split and then remerged and then split again. Except now they're like sibling locations or whatever.
Yeah.
Still two separate companies, but they're, I think, linked into one entity. But regardless, basically, all stores near me that carry the 360 stuff, because a lot of them are starting to go back to how they worked back in the early 2000s and stuff, they all have controllers. Guess how much each controller is? They're actually cheaper than you'd think. I'll say that much. If you had to guess.
Well, seeing as you're saying they're cheaper than you would think, I'm gonna say like $30.
$20.
Close.
You were close. $20. Here's the crazy part: is the closest store to me that carries one for $20 has the version that I've been looking for, where it's able to work both as a wireless and a wired controller. Which you don't see that with these controllers very often. And I'm talking about like an actual Microsoft branded, not like a third-party branded one that's designed.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can dig that. But right now, my main focus is going to see my favorite American football team play down in Jersey.
Down Jersey. You wanna go to Jersey?
New Jersey.
No Jersey, oh Jesus.
Hey, yo, man.
I wonder if Hobby knows exactly which team that is.
5 laps to go.
If Hobby knows NFL, he'll know exactly which team I'd be going to see. And better not say the Jets, or else
Benny and the Jets.
Because there's other teams, technically, that are representing a certain state that's like a state over from Jersey that play out in New Jersey. There's only two.
Yeah.
And if it's,
That was your best
one
lap
other
ever.
one. And he better know who it is. If he knows football, he'll know who it is. If he don't, then smack a like a ting dong. I'll tell you this though, Derp, you might know them based on this clip, okay?
Oh, okay.
Do you remember the actor, what's his name? I forgot his name. He wears the glasses, he's featured in like Ghostbusters and Honey, I Shrunk the Kids and all that.
I couldn't tell you what his name is.
The Defenders of New Jersey.
What did you say, Bobby? I didn't hear what you said.
Squirrel!
Oh, what is his name?
What is your name?
What is your name?
2 laps to go, hit the backstabbers, here we go! I hate this track. This track is so fucking boring, I hate it.
You know what's funny, Kurt? I was on Twitter last night, right? And this person writes, name the most obscure wrestler you could think of. And guess which person somebody put in there that I would know and you would know from a classic show that we've seen clips of.
The Green Bastard?
Yes. And I was like,
The Green Bastard, parts unknown. Oh shit! I managed to finish the last lap with my fastest lap of the race. Perfect.
No,
But yeah. Anyway, so the lack of content last week, I was busy working on trying to get the race car ready for Saturday.
Right, does the name Rick Moranis sound familiar to either of you?
It sounds familiar, but I couldn't tell you who that is.
If you've ever seen Spaceballs, he's the guy with the glasses that plays the Darth Vader parody.
Oh, okay.
He's in a very well-known movie that's American football related that relates to a current rivalry between my favorite team and the Dallas Cowboys. Can you guess what that movie is called? They're not big, but they're... It's a little name. I'll tell you this. The name of the film is an oxymoron because it's two polar opposites that mean the same thing. It's like calling something fire and ice, right? Or hot ice. But it's cold, so it's a contradictory thing, so it's an oxymoron. Alright, so, Javi, what word starting with L means the opposite of big?
What word?
Say that again, mate.
What word meaning the opposite of big starting with L do you think of? What's a word starting with L that means the opposite of big?
Little people.
Okay.
Little.
Okay, now if little's the first word, okay, and the other word starts with a G and it's the opposite of little, it would be
Little Giants?
yes. Little Giants, he was in that movie. And
Oh, okay.
the NFL team is the New York Giants, or as most people call them because of the the MLB team of the same name existing around the same time. They know them as the New York Football Giants.
Okay. I'll take your word on that.
Now listen, should it all go right, I'll be down in the Meadowlands of East Rutherford, New Jersey.
New Jersey? You're gonna go Jersey? We're gonna do this bit again.
We're going to September 13th to see the New York Giants take on the Dallas Cowboys at home for the NFL season on September 13th, 2026. Should all go according to plan. And here's the cool part, right?
Nothing ever goes according to plan.
Oh, everything's been going according to plan for me as of late, for whatever reason. I'll do that. I'll buy myself... Either I'll save up and buy myself a new Xbox when they come out that 25th anniversary version later this year in November with GTA 6 to boot, or I'll fix up my current one, buy myself a headset, and still have enough money to go do other things along the way. It's included.
Why do you think
Do not die on us. We don't need another driver dying on us. You two see about the person from NASCAR, I think he was like a commissioner or something. I don't know what his role is. I forgot his name already.
What? Who? What?
Hold on. There was somebody after Bushy that just died that was a NASCAR person.
Ned Jarrett.
What was his role? Wasn't he like a team owner or something?
No, he was a driver from like the 60s and 70s, and then turned broadcaster.
Oh, okay. It's crazy to think that he died 4 days ago.
Well, I mean, he was 93, so...
No, but I'm saying the time that he died 4 days ago, and if you go back a little over a week from that, or 2 weeks from that, you have Kyle Busch's death. Like, they're that close. It's crazy how close a lot of these deaths are happening. For NASCAR.
It's because of this terrible administration, because the healthcare is bad.
Trust me, I've seen more healthcare than that. Trust me. Much worse. Also, you know what I like about being able to have my earbuds in and have the audio go through my headphones is? I can talk to you guys through the computer's microphone, hear the audio in my headset, and still watch YouTube while talking to you guys, and keep up with DrDerp stream at the same time from my phone with silence. So I've got my phone watching DrDerp stream.
Actually, you know what you need to do? Or when you with your money, you try to save up? You know what you need to do? Get a goddamn new microphone!
Oh, I wasn't planning on it. If you paid attention, I said I'm going to be getting a new headset along with the Xbox repaired. DrDerp.
When and how long? It better be soon. Because it sounds like you have a dick in the mouth.
Let's put it this way. You douchebag.
Oh, fuck. What?
What a pun here, man.
Oh,
Why
is that?
are we gonna go to that?
The fact that I just randomly shout that out.
Let's see, how do I do this?
Oh.
Now the only person I do is Tommy.
Oh, hi, Alan.
Oh, that's right. You can't talk because I can't hear you. I got you muted.
on the site of an old steel mill.
Bastard.
2-mile-long D-shaped oval provides both driver and spectator with a great view of the largest attended sporting event in the state.
Right now.
All right, let's go racing here.
Because Hobby's in on this.
Green flag.
Hey. Ready, dude.
We're racing here in California.
Formerly known as Fully Speedway, aka
All clear.
Before it turns into the short track that we're never ever going to get.
Yeah, and other you can blame
Oh,
my
why did my car crash?
Because I don't think my governor got any.
You better put some gas in it. Gas in it. $43.357. Okay, that's pretty decent for a first lap. Oh, geez, we're like limiter.
Hopefully Dirk is done being a doo-ka-doo-ka-doo-ka-doo.
Didn't like my laughing.
No, you were a dookie because you weren't listening.
No, I was too busy laughing my fucking ass off. How stupid my comment was.
Literally, if you paid attention to it, right? First, NFL ticket. Then, whatever I do for Father Day, depending on what my dad wants to do. Then, bills. Then, headset. Then, console repair. Then, Spider-Man movie. Then, bills. Then, whatever I'm going to do after.
I think headset should be top priority.
No, headset's going to come later. Because it's not
What the
necessary.
fuck?
Right now.
Why does the car keep wanting to?
Oh, is your car doing what it does to me in some of my games where like it randomly puts to shimmy one way or the other when you're trying to go straight? Is that what's happening?
Yeah, like it's trying to turn left when I'm going straight.
Yeah, like I've had that happen.
Even though
playing
I'm
something
not
like
touching the controller and I'm have to go backwards.
That's like with me with NASCAR 15 where I'm trying to go straight, right? And the game keeps wanting to force me up the track when I'm trying to stay down on the track because I got a faster lane on the inside line instead of the outside line at a track. And the game's being a dirty dirt, and I'm like, fuck you, you dirty dirt game. That's one thing I hate about older games, or some racing games, is they have that weird issue where if you don't set the game a very specific way on your setup, on your controls, the game will instantly just assume, oh, I want you to want to go on the high side, and you want to go on the lower side, and then you get into a wreck, and then you get penalized on BS. I hate that. Also, I had this really sick paint scheme that I made. Guess what I did? You know you can make custom paint skins in 15, both for career and for like regular racing?
You can, but it's a real pain in the ass.
Actually, for what I was doing, as long as I was able to get the font placed where I wanted, guess what I could have made very easily by pure chance?
What?
That was in 8. I could have done my own custom number 8 M&M Budweiser car.
Okay.
Because you can actually, believe it or not, you can recreate the number 8 font that like Junebug would use in 15 easy. And then you could literally add the M&M logo, and then you could just do in manual font, unless you have like a custom logo image you can manually upload through hacking or playing on the PC version. You could put in the word Budweiser very easy in the same font as Budweiser. Like it's actually easier to make custom cars literally look like real life cars in that game than it is in the modern game. Which is pretty sad with the limited logos you have in that game. Like if I would have gotten the font to place exactly where I wanted, right? I could have very easily made a number 8 Budweiser Bush tribute car. Instead of a Dale Jr. car, it would have been a Bushy tribute car with the Budweiser sponsor. Where it would have said, Get Rowdy on one side, Budweiser on the other, with the number 8, and then it would have had the M&M logo on the front or something as like a tribute to Kyle Busch. All in one. That's all I would have to do. It's actually a lot easier to create custom cars in that game the way you want than you think. When you realize what to do and how to do it.
I think I might have to switch to my other controller that I bought.
Also, you know what I found out, Dirt?
What?
People have found out to take the 360 games, like the actual game files, and take a version of a game that you wanted to play that did not get a PC port. Like there was a random NASCAR game from the 360 that never got a PC port. As an example, I'm not saying that there would, say there was, right? When you didn't have a PS3 or a PS2 port or anything like that, you wanted to play it, and be able to upscale and mod and everything. There's apparently a tool you can get where you can download the ROM file as an ISO, then extract the file through that program, and it converts it into an EXE file, which is a Windows executable file. And you can basically play as a PC game with any game you want, with no limitations. Meaning all those PC games that would be for console stuff is because of that. Somebody found a way to do that with Sonic, I think Sonic Unleashed, where you can do it with pretty much any game. Meaning all those games that are like console exclusives, you could convert into PC versions and play what you want. It is so cool.
Woohoo! That was close.
You know that.
I mean, granted, NASCAR 15's Victory Edition was on PC, but you get my idea. If they had a console exclusive version, you could convert it to a PC exclusive version, and then mod the shit out, which is really cool. I guarantee I already know who did it based on this video.
Damn lap car, get out of the fucking way. You're down with my car. Yeah, goddamn bastard.
If I could set it up for you, you know what would be really cool for you to be able to do that sadly you can't because your emulator or your PC's being a digital and not cooperative. If I could get the configuration file set up the way you wanted, I'll give you the files to be able to run a steering wheel on your PS2, but it's probably very fickle how you gotta set it up.
I wish I could run my wheel on these games. It'd be so much easier.
It's so freaking thick on how you set it up. That's the problem.
You're all clear.
The sad thing is you're probably more likely to set up the racing wheel to work with something like a 360 PS3 or PC game, and you would an actual PS2 game on that thing. I hate when emulators are so difficult to set up a wheel for that.
Yeah, and then you get some people that somehow magically just plug it in and it automatically works. It's like, okay, what the hell did you do to make it work?
What actually did that to me that I didn't expect?
I'm down to check a flag.
What's a classic game that you and I were doing a lot of modding for that we were going to do a series, but then it never panned out?
NR 2003?
Yeah, here's the funny thing. You know my race wheel that normally needs a controller hooked up to it to get it to work? I shit you, as soon as I took the controller and hooked it to the PC while booting that game, it automatically registered the race wheel, but if I did it in any other game, it would need either another controller sync to it to set it up, or it would just not load up and register. Which is so crazy to think about. It was like, as soon as I put it in for NR 2003, it was just like, you hear the sound to tell you it's connected, and then immediately boot it up. And I'm just like, you motherfucker, you don't even need a controller. It'll work just fine on my console, on my computer, but if I do it on anything else, you need all this extra stuff. It's ridiculous. But yeah, should all go according to plan. Derp, right? Should all go according to plan, depending on what my dad wants to do for Father's Day. It will be get my NASCAR ticket, my football ticket.
Okay.
Whatever he wants to do for Father's Day, if anything. Pay my bills. Pick up a new headset. Spooderman. While doing Spooderman, have the Xbox get fixed and pay my bills. And then prep for the NFL. Okay. But I got like 2.5, 3 months to basically get enough money to do whatever I want to do in the meantime. But I'll probably get one of those wireless control headsets, you know, the ones where you pop in an adapter and then connect it to the headset and it runs. That's rechargeable. Because you can get some good quality ones for pretty cheap these days. I've seen headsets that are wireless going for about like 40 on the low end, which is still reasonable when you compare it to paying 100, 200 for the name brand stuff for the same type. Like I've gotten really good quality ones that are like $20 that are better than some of the name brand ones that are expensive.
Yeah.
And then probably while getting the headset, I'll probably grab myself a damn controller from my 360 so I can play that too in the meantime. Also, how's your standings looking on your NASCAR thing?
Which one? This one?
Yeah.
I think I'm leading. I think I'm leading everything.
So every series you're eligible for, you're leading all of them. And what about your other season mode that I keep seemingly missing the streams for? That isn't this.
You mean my NASCAR 08 and NASCAR 25?
Whatever one you want to share next. Just share the order of whatever one you want to share that you know you've got the memory of. Okay, I'm at this point in the standings.
Oh, I gotta save. I don't actually know where I am on my NASCAR 25 stuff, like position-wise. I know we're in the playoffs, but I don't know where.
Now, isn't that the playoff thing where it's just basically you win, you're in kind of thing, and you gotta work your way and win to win the title, which was stupid.
There's no winning, you're in this game.
Nope, this game is based off of what the current style should be, right? Which is
no.
The only difference.
No, this is even before that.
But I'm saying, in terms of race style, right? The only major difference between the game you're currently playing, right, and current NASCAR is this one doesn't have the yellow flags to separate into stages. It's just go, go, go.
Yeah. And there's no chase or playoff.
Wasn't this also the era where they had the bonus point thing for
yes.
you get a point for leading the most laps or something like that?
Five for leading a lap and then 5 for leading the most laps.
That's what I thought. I knew it was like at least 5 for leading the most, and then I thought it was 5 for leading a lap. And then also, your experience thing in this game, the way this game's experience system worked versus the others was also, I think, the more you race clean and lead, the more experience you got towards, like the next tier or whatever it was. I don't remember. But this one is which game? I forget.
Daytona.
Daytona, like I thought. I didn't want to assume, that's why I looked at the title to make sure I wasn't going cuckoo. So I know you do Daytona, sometimes you've done the, Thunder 04 mod, then other times you've done NASCAR OE, and then other times you've been doing 25 when you do NASCAR stuff, so that's why I had to look. Also, did you see there's another Spyro game in the works?
Yes, I know, I seen the trailer yesterday. I hope it actually goes to, like, the actual original, like, style, where it's, like, portals and...
You're talking about the way the game's elements work, and how it's gonna actually play out.
Yeah, I hope it actually plays like the actual originals and not just some open world bullshit.
So basically what you're hoping for is that the Spyro game works the same way that the upcoming Tomb Raider game is gonna work, where it's like the originals, except for that, the only difference is that Spyro's a new game in the series, and the other one is just a remake of the original game that got remade already.
Yeah, something like that.
Like, I don't know if you know this, but the Tomb Raider that's coming out, the Atlantis one or whatever, the upcoming one, that got pushed back to next year, it's got an official date. That one is a remake of the very first game that got remade under, like, a weird obscure name in, like, the mid-2000s, when they had those weird platformer, open world-ish type ones. And then they got remade again with the 1 through 6 series. And then it's getting remade a fourth time. They have too many remakes of the Tomb Raider. But you know what the funny thing is? Guess how much I spent to get both Tomb Raiders for 1 through 6 on the remake thing. How much do you think I paid? Derek.
I don't know.
If you had to take a guess, how much do you think I paid? If you took an educated guess.
No, $5.
I paid nothing for them. You know how much they are per game on average?
Oh.
USD wise, like $50 a piece on average, and on the low end they're like $5 a piece. But the fact that I got basically the newest Tomb Raiders, and I paid nothing to get them, and they're the newest in the sense of what has released before the new one comes out, I can't complain too much.
Okay.
Let me see something.
As DrDerp gets out
Oh, what the hell?
to quickly.
We got the big wheel. 4 seconds already.
Left 4 to go.
In the 397. 8675309. Somebody gonna get stabbed in the eyeball, cause you're just a fucking little stupid bitch. I hope you get stabbed in the eyeball. What?
I guess we were asking DrDerp, how do you think you will do? Do you think you're gonna win this race here tonight?
I'm gonna stomp these I'm gonna stomp these fuckers like they've never been stomped before. Cause these guys are slow as fuck.
We apologize for the language, but you heard it here. He's going to win this race.
Unless the motor spontaneously explodes, we are gonna win this race as the white flag comes out. Oh, by Jesus.
As they're in the final lap, as DrDerp has a huge lead.
Question for you, Derp. Be honest with me.
What?
Knowing I'm a Bushy fan, okay? If I was to root for a hamster, would that be a bad decision?
Yes.
As a Bushy fan? Why?
If you were a Bushy fan, I would literally pick Hocevar to be your next follow.
Can I ask why Hocevar of all people?
Because he gives off Kyle Busch vibes. And he's fast as fuck, and he don't give two shits.
Here's my question: is how is he looking though? Is he?
He's in the top. I think he's like sixth or eighth in points right now this year.
So you're saying he has a chance to potentially win the championship if he can work his way up in the points?
If he was with a better team, yes. Like his team that he's driving for is not a championship capable team.
So it's kind of like where Busch was when he was with the 18 team, where like they could be capable, but they're not doing what they should be able to. And unfortunately, he drives for the former team that was owned by Kyle at one point before Kyle folded off, which was Spire Motorsports.
That was only in the truck series.
Yeah, I know. That's what I said. He's currently 7th in the Cup Series right now.
I was close. I guess both. I guess too high and too low.
So you weren't too high or too low. You were like one spot off. That's not
He
too bad.
was right in the middle.
Yep. Now here's my question for you. Would you be mad if he randomly somehow pulled it off? Because I know I wouldn't.
No. I don't care as long as it's not fucking William Byron, Hubba Bubba, or literally anybody in a Toyota, I should say.
So basically nobody in a Toyota.
Or William Byron. So, to be fair, Byron has actually kind of sucked this year.
No, I've seen it.
Well, yeah, not
Who was
wrong.
the driver that actually won the race right after Kyle's passing? Who was the actual winner? I forget.
That was Suarez.
Cool.
A.k.a.
Suarez
host,
drives which brand?
which is Hocevar's teammate.
And Suarez drives which brand?
Chevrolet.
Fire.
Okay, as long as he doesn't drive the Toyota, then I might start rooting for Suarez, because I'm gonna be honest with you.
Well, I mean, to be fair, Suarez is actually running really good this year, too.
I'm gonna be honest with you, you wanna know something that's a surprise to you? Is before I found your channel or Moobs, right?
Yeah.
When I used to play like the NASCAR games, even though I had a little small in my head rivalry thing with Suarez, like how you would have with any driver, you know, like how you might be racing that you're my rival all of a sudden, and you picked like, you know, Johnson, Gordon, whoever to be your rival in your game, in your own like universe. I always had a liking for Suarez. Like Suarez's vibe always kind of came off like a Kyle Busch in the sense of like the way he went about his racing, his paint schemes, that kind of thing, kind of gave off a Busch vibe. So I'm like, if I'm going to root for anybody until Braxton Busch comes into the series, it's probably going to be Suarez. Which I don't see as a bad option, I don't think. So I think I'll probably go watch Suarez, see how he's doing.
I mean, I think he's in the top 10. If not, he's really close.
Basically, what he's saying is he's doing really good for where he is.
Yeah.
Let's see. Actually, I think he'd be, assuming this is correct. Okay, you can correct me if I'm wrong. I would assume if Kosovar is 10 points, 10 points ahead of him and is in 7th, right?
Mm.
That would mean Suarez is anywhere from 10 to 8. I would guess, based on that logic, right?
Suarez is
about
right.
Are you playing a game in the background while also playing your damn stream?
Yep. Well, no, I just had to finish my dailies that I didn't get to do this morning.
Okay.
Oh, so that's what it was.
Alright, so in order, it's going, let's see. So yeah, I was right. Remember I said I guarantee Suarez is anywhere from 10 to 8 in the standings? I was right, because he's 9th overall. It literally goes Reddick, Hamilton, Blaney, Elliott, Gibbs, Larson, Hocevar, Buscher, Suarez, Bell. Which type of brand does Buscher drive?
He's Ford.
Okay, as long as he's not a Toyota, I might even root for him just because he's classified as, according to Moob's universe, the third Brady brother. I might root for Nintendo DS just because I like Suarez. Like, I've liked Suarez since he first came in with the 97 car. And he had those, unique, almost like Skittles, M&M car era vibes on his schemes. I don't know why, I just always liked that car when he grew up the 97. I don't know if he's still in the 97. But if not, I gotta figure out his numbers so I can know how to root for him.
Up until this year, the last time the 97 ran was what, 2005?
Let's see.
No,
well,
the
right now
97...
he's in the number 7 according to this. And that's the teammate of, you said that's the teammate of Hocevar, so no matter what, if I root for either one of them, I'm at least staying in the team.
Yeah.
In terms of that.
Sorry, Alan.
Let's see,
Alright, so
talk here. Let's see if I'm right. I'm gonna double check my knowledge.
What?
I'm looking to see what numbers he's driven. So,
Suarez, he started with the 19. Then he went to
the, that's what I was mixing up with, I was mixing up his 97, the 97 of, SVG with the 99 of Suarez at the time, because Suarez was in the 99.
Yeah. He also drove the 41, and then he drove the 95, I think, or no, not 95.
The 96 car.
Let's do it like this.
Yeah, yeah, 96, sorry. Yeah, 41.
Let's see how accurate it is. So he drove the 99 from 21 to 25, the 19 from 17 to 18, the 41 in the 2019 season, the 96 in the 2020 season, and is currently in the number 7 starting around this time. It was at the Xfinity and iRacing stuff. His Xfinity series was the number 9 during his one-off appearance for the Junior Motorsports team.
Yeah, and when he ran Gibbs, he was the 19.
And then it says when he's doing his iRacing stuff, his numbers have varied between 7, or 07 to be specific, 10, 14, 36, and 97.
Damn!
So there's that. But I was like, I knew he was in like a 90-something car. I just couldn't remember which number, if it was 97 or 99. I knew I was probably mixing him up with SVG. And wasn't the last time the 99 was driven before he drove it would have been what? Carl Edwards?
Yeah,
like-
the one before the, yeah.
Slow down. All
Okay, I thought. I was like, unless I'm going crazy.
Only thing I've gone crazy is between when that.
I'm actually surprised that I'm actually paying attention to my NASCAR history pretty well within reason.
10 laps to
For
go.
how little I pay attention to NASCAR since Bushy died is saying a lot.
Oh, if this was current NASCAR, I would have just got a penalty by driving through too many pit boxes.
Oh, really?
You know, the
Let's see if
last
Google's
time
stupid or if it's going to be smart and give me the correct driver. I actually forgot about that. I bet you forgot about that.
What?
Oh no, you told me about that. You would have remembered. I'm going to be shocked if you forgot this. What was the only other number to ever be driven by Jeff Gordon in his later part of his career when he came out of a brief retirement?
He drove Juniors 88.
Yeah, did you know there was other numbers he actually drove earlier in his career?
24.
In the Cup side, he only drove the. I'm pretty sure he only drove the 24 and the 88.
Yes, okay. So when he did the Cup stuff, he drove the 24 from his career start till his 2015 retirement. Then for his one-off short stint appearance post-retirement in 2016, he drove the 88 for 8 races. Early in his career, before NASCAR, he frequently drove the number 16 car in the sprint series, in sprint cars. You know, like the ones like, you know which ones I'm talking about. I can't describe the sprint cars, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And it says when he signed with Hendrick Motorsports, he was initially supposed to drive a different number, but was changed due to licensing issues with the movie Days of Thunder. Do you know what number that would have been?
46.
Probably.
What was it? Because you cut out a little bit. You said something probably.
No, I only said probably. Xavier said 46, so.
Yeah, would have been the 46. But due to licensing with Days of Thunder, they said, no can do, good sir, and so he had to take the 24 instead. So he actually wouldn't have even been famous for the 24 if Days of Thunder never got made. Which is crazy to think about. Like, think about that,
but yet
right?
they used, but yet Hendrick Motorsports provided the cars for the movie. But yet they couldn't use their own.
Yeah, I know, which is crazy to think about. Let me guess, true or false? There's only ever been in any scene, whether it's the tail end of the film, beginning of the film, or middle of the film, okay? There's only ever been one movie to feature the likes of Jeff Gordon, Queen Latifah, and Jimmy Fallon, with Jeff Gordon's iconic 24 car featured in the film.
Carlo, you're all clear.
That would be
like
technically.
type film.
For some reason, I want to say Ricky Bobby because that wouldn't be the only one that would make sense to me.
No, the official movie, there was only ever one official movie to feature the 24 car, like the actual one you can see on the track at the time. And that was the movie Taxi with Queen Latifah and Jimmy Fallon, which was basically a movie about a former taxi driver turned race car driver who also worked with a police person who gets let go and brought back to the police force, who could only drive properly both forward and backwards if he was listening and singing music. And in saving the taxi driver's life at the end of the film, he gets her to the hospital. When she's healthy, she goes to the NASCAR race, and that's when you see Gordon in his actual driver's seat saying to her, you ready to race? And she's like, I'm ready to try to smoke you. And he's like, okay, then I'll throw you on the track, and then he drives off. And then that's when you see the in-movie, husband or fiance or guy that wants to propose to her says to her, will you marry me? She yells at the car, yes, of course I will. And then he says, see you at the winner's circle. And then the movie ends. That's when the credits hit. And then you get all the bloopers after, during the mid to late credits sequence.
Well, we had a rocket ship here today in the Richmond race. We lapped everybody up except for second and third. Everybody else is a lap down plus. We spanked the field in this race. And if there was a couple more laps, I could have got third.
That's the point. That's the point. This out here, man.
You know what's funny is technically you should be glad you're not playing NASCAR Heat Evolution.
Drove onto the screen.
Because all you gotta do is pause buffer, and you could literally lap the entire field
Oh yeah, I know.
every time. You could go crazy on that.
Yeah, you basically have to pause buffer if you lose the draft at the super speedways.
But if you know what you're doing, you could just pause buffer to cheese your way to the front of the pack instead.
Nice.
If you go look up the 2004 movie Taxi, right, with Queen Latifah and Jimmy Fallon, you actually get the DuPont number 24 featured in it in a scene. And the funny thing is, guess what her car looks like in that movie for the racing scene?
The taxi.
No, her car looks like a taxi, modified taxi version of the number 38 that would have been relevant, I think, around that time.
Well,
If you remember the 38, or was it 36? What number did Ken Schrader drive in like the early 2000s and stuff? Was that the 38 M&M car?
36.
Or was it the 36 M&M?
36.
Even then, if you look at her taxi that she had, it was modified to look like an actual stock car, but it literally looked like a taxi version of the Ken Schrader car, which is really funny.
Okay.
But it's that late DuPont pre-Exalta era Gordon car where you started going into the flame variation. Is what you'd see, but it was the official one like you'd see in the actual real life race tracks.
What's my point lead? Okay, we can skip that. What's my truck point? Truck points. No, I gotta run the truck race.
Sir, do you think when he's old enough to race, Brexton Bush could be as good as his dad? He doesn't have to be better than him, but on a level equivalent. Like, do you think he'd fit well where he would make the eat look honorable, or do you think he'd be better off with a different number? Right now, he's definitely driving his dad's secondary car number, like the one before he had the 8. From when he drove the 18, he's got the old like interstate batteries design inspiration on his vehicle. So that's why I'm wondering, should he stick to trying to take the 8 out of retirement, or should he say let them keep it indefinitely suspended, and he wants to drive like an 18 or something, and then he would have to go to a different team? Well, basically what I'm saying is, do you think he'll go to his dad's team, or do you think a different team will want him, and he'll go somewhere else? Pick a different number.
We'll have to wait and see, I guess.
Where would you want him to go? Put it that way. Like, if you were in his shoes, which team would you want to send him by that point?
Honestly, don't matter to me.
Like, you don't care as long as he's going to be able to handle the car and not be basically like some drivers. Number 10, if you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
Right? You don't care as long as he doesn't end up like the number 10 of her.
Well, I mean, as far as drivers go, we already know Keelan Harvick, he's going to be a cup guy at some point. Larson's kid, he's going to be a cup racer.
Yeah.
Probably Clint Boyer's young one is going to do it also.
Yeah. Alright, let's see where we play. So here's my question, was there any other drivers that have gone on to be legends that have actually driven in the like late model series stuff and actually done really well, like Brexton, that you could think of? That have careers?
Well, Ryan Preece, he is a modified guy.
Yeah.
Josh Berry, he's a late model guy.
Yeah. Is there any retired people that have actually driven late models that you can recall?
Mark Martin used to race late models way back in the day. The most famous name, Dick Trickle.
Yep. I forgot about Dick Trickle. Holy crap!
He was basically the king of short tracks.
Oh wow!
And the only reason why why he didn't go to NASCAR earlier is because he made more money racing short tracks than he would have running Cup Series back in the day.
Yeah. Because I'm assuming it worked the same way it did in like a lot of sports, where basically the series that would have been relevant back in the day weren't paying as well as if you would have just stayed in like the minor circuit stuff.
Basically, yeah.
Stuff. Got it. That's all I need to know. That's the easiest way to compare it, because I know that is the case in some sports. Whereas, like, better to stay in the lower end stuff and make your money that way for a while, than it is to go straight into the pros, you know? At least I understand exactly where you're coming from, and I was able to make a similarity that made sense.
2 laps to go here in the heat race here at the, I don't even know what track this is. It's a track. We've got some campers, and we've got some trees. Looks like a gas station outside.
You can call it the shit show 300.
Well, we're on dirt, so it's gonna be the Dirty Dan 200.
Sure.
Actually, it's dirt, so it'd be Dirty Dan 100.
Sure, we'll go with that too. I don't care.
Winner! Yeehaw! I wish I knew where my cowboy hat was.
Alright, Derp, I got some trivia for you.
No.
I bet you didn't know this. There's actually a well-known former college player who was part of a championship-winning team, right? Who beat their biggest rival at the time. Okay? Who wants to play Canadian football? I bet you've never heard of this guy.
No.
Let's see, what was his name? Because you don't probably watch the CFL, do you? You know what I mean when I say CFL?
No, I outside of racing, I literally do not watch any other sport.
Okay. And when you say racing, do you mean strictly NASCAR, or do you mean anything that's racing?
I mean, you've asked that so many times. NASCAR and sports cars.
I'm pretty sure, correct?
What?
You watch F1 a little bit, I'm sure.
No.
That was one time I just completely forgot what the hell they call those things. My brain just went blank.
I watch NASCAR and sports cars, and which I think that isn't this weekend the 24 hours of Le Mans this year, or is that the next weekend? I know that's coming up here soon. Well, actually, no, they were out there. I think they were practicing, so I think it's this weekend. It's the 24 hour.
Let's see, the 24 hours of Le Mans is happening. Then Google says load. 2 days from today.
What's that?
It says it's happening 2 days from today.
Okay, so it's happening this week.
Happens on June 10th to June 14th. The main 24-hour race will be held on the 13th, on Saturday the 13th, and conclude on Sunday the 15th.
Okay, so yeah, this weekend. Okay. I kind of figured it was coming up. Well, it's going to be either Porsche or Ferrari that's going to win it, so...
Yeah.
Annoyingly.
Okay. So you ready to hear some of the, according to Google, what they consider NASCAR legends / short track masters that have apparently also worked in the late model series?
Sure.
You got Dick Trickle and Mark E. Mark, like you mentioned. But then you've got, he's on fire. He commits arson, Kyle Larson. So while known for the sprint cars, he has won Crown Jewel Super Late Model races, including the Wild West Shootout. And then, of course, you got the Bushy brothers.
I think that's dirt late models, not actual asphalt late models.
Well, it says right on the thing, it says short track masters. Anything that's short track that would have been part of the late model short tracks.
I don't really count dirt in the actual late model, because they're a completely different animal.
Yeah, I know. Alright, let's see. So let's do like this. We'll just look at the late model Hall of Fame thing, and that'll tell us people that are in there, and then we can actually really determine who's correct. Also, I love how I click on a thing to go to an article about late models, like the Hall of Fame late model thing, right?
Yeah.
And it gives me a freaking page for something I think in the UK that's got freaking like weights to lift weights.
Oh. Okay.
I'm like, the fuck's that got to do with the late model racing?
The fuck is this?
Right? Alright, so this is a page called Speedball History. This is all the champions of the late model, starting from the 1970s all the way up till last season.
Okay.
Let's see if there's anybody that I think we would recognize in here, starting in the beginning. So far I don't recognize any of these names, and I'd be shocked if you knew any of them.
Yeah.
The weird thing is, you know what's funny? Is at one point there was 1 year that they didn't even, like, they don't have a listing, and it's for obvious reasons. Can you guess what that year is and what would have been going on around that time?
I assume 2020.
No, 2019.
Really?
2019.
Alright, so yeah, it says closed in 2019 for COVID, because that's when COVID actually started. Is late 2019, like late mid.
No,
to late
it didn't actually go into effect until like January of 20.
It didn't become pandemic 2020, but it started at late 2019. I would know because I was dealing with seeing news about it. All right, so starting, I'm just gonna start naming off names, and if you recognize anybody, or if I butcher the name, I apologize. But if you know anybody, you tell me, okay? So 1977, you had Bob Faiella. I don't know if I said that right. It's Faiella. Then Ed Reed.
Yeah, I don't know.
Followed by Ed Yarrington Jr. But these are all like champions. These aren't even like proper late model, like Hall of Fame or anything like that. Let's see. Is there a way to see like actual? Let's do it like this. Late model career wins overall.
There's no all-star race in this game.
Also, on this page, they also got different versions of the late model thing that's mentioned in the record books and stuff. They got whatever the SK modified is. They've got the late model, the SK light, the street stock champs, the mini stock champs, truck champs, legend car champs, Super X car champs, X car, Bandolero, miscellaneous champs, and past division champs.
That sounds more like an actual just straight up track champion, like racetrack, not actual.
I don't know, but that's the different categories according to track. That thing that said track champs. I think it was looking at one page instead of the actual. You know.
We're at the start now.
I mean, you got racing reference also.
I don't want just a single location. I want like actual legends that have raced it.
Probably just like look up NASCAR Cup drivers that race late models. And see if that.
And I'm gonna make sure I don't specify. Alright, so according to this is all the people that are in the super late model / dirt specialist category, okay? And then it's also got a subcategory, like it's split into multiple categories. Like category 1 is super late model and dirt specialist. Category 2 is all your pavement late model stock cars, and then that's it. So it splits into 2 parts. But your list has Kyle Larson, Christopher Bell, Chase Briscoe, Carson Hocevar, Chase Elliott, Josh Berry, Dale Jr., and Kevin Harvick, Ross Chastain, Brad Keselowski, Eric Jones. But then you also have the likes of Kyle Busch in there. It says nearly every NASCAR Cup Series driver has cut their teeth in late models during their development years. Many prominent Cup drivers include Dale Jr., Kyle Larson, Kyle Busch, Brad Keselowski, and Josh Berry. Not only raced them, but have gone on to own, field, or regularly compete in late model events to this day.
Really? That didn't involve towing?
That's what it's got for Google. So, I mean, there's quite a few notable names in there that are also currently driving that have done it.
I mean, Tony Stewart would race anything.
Oh, you know what I found out, Dirk?
What?
My Sega Dreamcast is actually a sought-after model. You know why?
Okay.
Because it's the revision from when it first launched till '99, or till 2000. You know, prior to the later models that came out before '01 and the discontinuation, where it could play homebrew discs without needing to modify the system using a burn disc. It's the only model revision from '99 to 2000 that they did that with, and I have it. My friend got it for me about 7 years ago and only paid $90, and the thing's probably at least 200 now, possibly more, for just the console with the memory unit and controller and all its hookups, which is crazy.
That's interesting to
Not
know.
enough to win.
As we are getting the command to start engines for the Coca-Cola 600.
Super Kid! Stomp on that hole. Boom! Night night, Peter Kid.
What? God's what's going on? Why so quiet?
I'm just doing something.
And then there's practice and more happy hours going on right now in the background.
He's trying to stall. I love this, Jenna. He's trying to stall so that he doesn't have to admit that his brother did it.
What?
This is too funny.
Damn.
GTS is all about opportunity. So now what you doing, Derp?
Oh, just fucking... This one fucking guy
You
being
getting ready?
stupid.
Are you getting ready to end your spit on or something?
No.
You're just like so down, like pure quiet. I'm like, is he good? I was like, what happened with the Dr. Derpenstein?
I have no idea what's been going on.
Oh, come on, bro.
Wait.
He's salty that he lost, and so he's gonna do bullshit.
He's giving off an aura
Like a
that's
heel
like...
move.
he's giving off an aura that's basically... I honestly don't know, man. But... it's like he is dead focused. Literally.
Well, it's because somebody doesn't know what the fuck... Doesn't know anything.
Everything good?
Yeah.
Hello and welcome to Lowe's
Hi, Alan.
at Charlotte. Even though it was built more than 4 decades ago, drivers still love to race at this 1.5 mile quad oval. If Daytona is the pinnacle of NASCAR racing, Lowe's has to be just a bumper behind.
Because there's nothing in
Fans
chat.
flock to the largest sports facility in the Southeast, on track to many of NASCAR's teams.
As the cars are to take the green flag here for the Coca-Cola.
Sweet. Green flag is in there. Here we go.
Keep that for a later DuPont Chevy that I've
all clear.
Oh, the one that was in that Looney Tunes movie.
Car high.
It does. I know, for example,
You're all clear.
I believe that's the same car that it was used in the movie of the Looney Tunes. And I believe this is the live action one.
Yeah, well, one good thing about me having the actual, like, controller layout on the screen, you can actually see that the joystick is moving on its own.
Yeah, we can see the game as being a piece of shit on its own with the controller, not cooperating.
I don't know why, because I never used to do this before. It's like I always set my controller on my desk or my table when I'm done.
If it's sitting in one place where it's not going to get to it, yeah.
I don't know why the fuck it's being retarded.
Which PlayStation model controller is it?
It's a PS4 style controller.
Because I don't know if you know this, but there's a program that you can use that can fix that kind of stuff. There's a program for the PC, you run it through that, and it can actually correct stick drift in your PS4 controller. It's designed primarily for PlayStation controllers right now, but the devs do intend in time to implement the ability to do it so that all controllers like Switch, Xbox, and PlayStation can run through it. And then you can fix the stick drift controller, saving you a ton of money. Meaning you don't have to go, buy a new one, or get a replacement, or warranty, and get a crappy one, that kind of thing.
Well, I have when I bought this controller, I bought two.
Yep.
So I have a spare.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really want to use it because I kind of. But if this keeps happening, I might have to fucking get it.
Yeah. The nice thing is technically it's one of a few items that you can import to anywhere, no matter where it's from, and they're universal because the PlayStation controllers always work with, It's not like the consoles of old and stuff of old, where it had to be designed for the console. Now it's like you can get pretty much any controller to work.
Alright, derpy hoogie hoggles getting ready to come down pit road. He's about to come down pit road this time. Are you ready? He's coming down pit road this time. Can he make it to pit road speed? I don't know what. I think he seems to be okay. Oh, gee. Norwich, what?
The lake up there up here is keeping an eye on this whole race. The problem is about like half asleep and half awake. That's how the derp is coming down the pit road. We go live down on pit road.
I've got a quote for you. Let's see if you know what show it's from. Are you ready?
What?
I spin more rhymes than a lazy Susan and I'm innocent till my guilt is proven.
The J-Rock. J-Rock, baby. J-Rock, baby. J-Rock, baby.
Didn't we actually, when we watched one of the Trailer Park Boys videos, right? Didn't we actually see the clip where they say, get two birds stoned at once? I swear that was featured in one of the clips that we'd seen.
Probably.
Because that sounds familiar.
Clear low.
Alright, tell me this. What show is this character from? I'm the Trash Man.
Car low. You're all clear.
Oxer the Grouse.
All clear.
Do you know?
No.
You've never seen It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia with Danny DeVito?
No.
He literally did his own goofy version of essentially Bubble's character with the Green Bastard called the Trash Man. It's literally, the Trash Man is essentially just this like Danny DeVito-sized version of Andre the Giant. It's so funny. There's like one of the most iconic movies of that show, other than like him trying to do like the swastika stuff or whatever, like Key and Peele did.
Okay.
So.
You're all clear.
Yeah, I hate that these AI can go way farther on fuel than I can.
I know. Wasn't there only ever like a handful of NASCAR games where their logic was actually realistic, but like if you set the fuel thing higher, it would affect the AI and you and not just you, and there was like one game where it was like you either turn it on or you turn it off and it would always affect you or not you at all. Remember there was like one of them where like you could have infinite fuel and the AI would have infinite fuel. Or you could turn the fuel thing on, the AI still had infinite fuel, but you were limited.
The 7 car is headed into the pit.
Now they're heading down.
All clear.
I swear there was a NASCAR game that was stupid like that. I just don't know which one. Where
All clear.
you could put, like you either put the tire wear and fuel on, right, and it only affects you, or not put it on at all, and it still would, if it wasn't on, would affect nobody. So it was kind of this weird thing of like, you would have it on and basically guarantee your tires and fuel would survive till the end, or leave it off and still, or turn it on, but then it still only affects you. It doesn't affect the AI. It's stupid.
5 laps to go.
If I was able to get NASCAR Heat Evolution working and get it on an Xbox and get my Xbox up and running and I could stream, you know what my first stream challenge would be for a NASCAR game?
What?
Can I bring Kyle Bushy to victory at Daytona from dead last while also being 3 laps down? At full-on race at that. Meaning I'm getting myself the tire wear fuel, I have to go get tires and fuel replaced. And I gotta race from dead last to first. But I'm only allowed to use, when I know I'm about to D-lap, to come back when I'm not 3 laps down, 1 lap down. I'm only allowed to pause buffer to get myself on lap at the very end, when I'm on the final D-lapping thing. Otherwise, it's full challenge. Like, I have to go full there. I'm not going to go point to point. Imagine doing that.
What? Without pause buffering, it'd be impossible.
No,
unless the AI causes a bunch of cautions.
Actually, you'd be surprised. I've done it without having to worry about that. I've actually played that game at full 100% speed and never did the pause buffer. You know when you click full length race? I've done it at full length without ever having to pause buffer because I didn't even know it was a thing and still beat the AI. That was actually my first 100 length race trophy thing I ever did was that game. The only thing I don't like about that game is the cameras are so booty for the different perspectives you can use.
Dookie.
2 laps to go here in the cockpit.
Somebody was smoking, somebody caught the wall.
Stay high. Still there. You're all clear.
And DrDerp is maneuvering his way through lap traffic.
He's coming to take the white flag.
One more time lap. Here at Charlotte.
And the Charlotte Coke 600.
Isn't that the exact race that happened right after Bushy's passing was the Coke 600 in Charlotte?
Uh-huh.
Clear low.
Yep.
I don't think the top. Well, that's so weird.
I mean, to be fair, also Suarez was saved because the race ended up getting called because of rain.
Oh, really? So who do you think would have won if not for the weather?
Reddick or Hamlin. Or no, Bell or Hamlin.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Out of those two, who would you have preferred to have won it if it wasn't going to be whoever ended up winning it? Like, if one of those two would have won it, who would you prefer?
What?
Out of the two that you said very likely would have won it over Suarez or whoever ended up winning due to the weather, if the weather held out and somebody else would have won it, who would you have preferred out of those two if it was one of those two to win? Being Bell or Hamlin. Who would you prefer to win?
Anyone but them cheating. Anyone that is not a Toyota. Oh, maybe Legacy Motor Club. That might be the only Toyota game that could be a better way. Why? They're not the cheating Yodas. I mean, only the Gibbs and 2311 are the cheating Yodas. That's probably why.
So apparently reports are saying that when Christopher Bell hit the wall, that was apparently the hardest hit in NASCAR history.
Really?
Yeah. At least that's what...
Do you disagree?
What's that?
I said, do you agree or disagree based on what you know?
It's definitely up there.
What would you say is the worst one then if his isn't the worst one? In your opinion? Based on the
the Cody Ware one from a couple years ago where he went head on into the wall at fucking, was it Texas or what one of those? I think it was Texas.
He basically had the same kind of spin out result or whatever that where his wreck happened, where it was very similar to the head on collision thing that killed Dale Senior at Daytona, but it wasn't probably nearly as bad because it was probably a lot more padded on the wall. But you're talking about that way, he kind of hit it that way. Is what you mean, correct?
I don't know. I gotta be enough modified lead. I gotta run
to
the
be
truck
fair,
race.
in all honesty, from what I know of, it's like another hard hit at Michigan. And the last one that ever did that was Mark Martin when he, spun and hit the inside the pit road wall. Well, other than the flipping for the last few Michigan races, it's like, why are the cars suddenly flipping all of a sudden?
The stupid flat bottoms on the stupid curves.
I swear, when Corey Day was driving that truck,
We'll be a squirrel.
That's a song I know. It's on Spotify.
You gotta kick a little. I love Freddie told me that he was like, asked me if I was streaming today, and then fucking Freddie never even showed up today. You fucking bitch.
What's funny is Doodle showed up, but Freddie didn't.
Doodle said hi and then disappeared.
At least he showed up.
True. I wish other people would show up, like we used to. We used to get decent viewership, and then YouTube decided to be stupid, and now we get nobody.
Yeah, but at least you had Doodle show up and say hi. At least he came in the chat. What do you think?
Oh shit! Oh, 7/10 of a second bastard.
I used to be part of that live chat before my YouTube account got terminated due to, I'm not going to say anything about it.
For you saying stupid shit.
Yeah, for that reason.
Hello and welcome to Dover International
Again, it's one thing to have somebody come in and at least acknowledge the stream. It's another to say, oh, when are you going to stream again? And then when you say stream, it's no show.
Eastern Seaboard flock to the Monster Mile.
Right? It's better to have somebody that's going to come in and just say hi than not show up at all after they asked about when your next stream is. Like me, if I ask when the next stream is and they don't make it, it's not because they don't want to be there. It's probably because either life got in the way or I zonked out track and didn't know. Like with your videos, where I was like wondering when your next video is going to be, went to go watch it, decided to watch something else, and then just fell asleep and no remember falling asleep.
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and tell people to come visit.
Exactly.
I never tell people to like, comment, and subscribe. Well, comments would be nice, because, then we can bounce off the chat.
Yeah, but like, commenting, and subscribing is what you're saying you would never tell them to do unless you had it. But here's a question for you. What is the reason for NASCAR moving the placement where the numbers go on the cars these days?
That was just because NASCAR thought it was, oh, that's what people want. No.
So they could easily go back knowing that people don't want that and it'd be no problem.
Oh, because they literally did not care about listening to the fans about that. It's like, we're going to move the numbers and we don't care what anybody says. Because all the fans are like, oh yeah, fans like it. Well, what fans? Like, one person?
Yeah. The funny thing is the fans that actually wanted the point format thing, they announced that and people got hyped because that's what they were predicting. That's an example of doing something the fans want, but doing the other one that the fans don't want, like,
Okay, herpy doopy hurry hoggle is coming down pit road this time, bud.
Alright, here's my question. It's not that it would happen or won't happen, not likely, it's not unlikely that can happen, right? But say, for whatever reason, NASCAR decides in the future, you know what? This whole stage thing is stupid. Let's get rid of it, or they digress it to very specific tracks. Say they picked it to where it's going to be very selective tracks. What tracks would you be okay with stage racing? If any. If they realize that the stage racing at every track is ridiculous. Is there a set number of tracks that you wouldn't mind stage racing at? Where it might actually help the pace of it?
No. Get rid of stage racing. I mean, keep the stages, but get rid of the fucking stage cautions. Because we don't need the stage cautions, because they just drag out the race longer than they need to be.
So basically, like, put it like this. If they said, okay, that's the end of the stage, keep racing, but you gotta at least pit, and enforce like a rule to maybe pitting in between the stage or something, right? Then you don't mind, but it's when they're throwing in the yellow that slows down the thing, and they're forced to stay at a certain speed, that's when it becomes a problem.
Well, like, case in point, they tried doing that at the last race they tried to do that was the Indy Road Course. The last time they ran there, they didn't have any stage cautions. And you know what?
Yeah.
Guess what? All the fans liked it. And you know what? The NASCAR's like, no, the fans didn't like it. We're going back to stages. It's like, fuck off. The fans actually preferred it because, you know, people actually had to keep racing and not just fucking, oh, we're racing to the caution.
Yeah. You know, one thing if they did it, they still race. Imagine if F1 had stages. Okay, imagine it like this. It'd be one thing if they did it where they had stages, and they made it right, but then there was a caution that came out, forcing the get-to-the pack thing. That's one thing. But when you do the stage racing with a forced caution, for no apparent reason other than to just do it because it marks the end of the stage, then it's stupid.
Well, that and the F1 races aren't long enough anyways to need stages.
If it was to do it, that's what they should implement it. I'm saying NASCAR should implement it that way, where it's like, it should only have a caution, right, if there is a need for it during the stage racing, not just, oh, there's this, let's put a caution out now that the stage is coming to an end. No. Put it out because somebody got into a wreck during the stage. Very simple. Right?
I guess.
The car head is pitted.
Like, that's how I would do it if I was running. I'd say, look, clearly the fans don't like this whole, you know, caution during the stages. Let's just change it so that we only have stages, right? Like the cautions during the stages when it calls for it. Like, oh, there's this crash that happened in turn 1. All right, let's go put a caution out now. Or, you know, oh, we're going into turn 4, and there's a caution. Okay, put the flag out. Otherwise, have them race. Just run it out. See who can win. That kind of a vibe. That's what you would want.
It was almost 4 wide going down the front straightaway trying to pass the lapper.
Does that sound about right? If you would rather it would be stage racing but have a flag come out due to a crash than just to put it out there, just to have it out there.
4 wide, almost 5 wide here in Dover.
4 wide, hold the line. We got 3 on the other side.
All clear.
Winner! We lapped up to 7th. Woo!
The win. No
You
first.
got debated, AI. You got debated. You got debated. Come on.
You were just a bitch ass, like you were really gay. I'm gonna step you into the fucking little digger.
Maintain control there. Perfect. Let's do clean here.
Somebody gonna get the stabber, and you were gonna die higher. You get the stabber in the eye, bitch, because you are fucking dumb.
Okay. Check. Check, please. If you know, you know. If you don't, then you know.
What is this? The Doppler effect
If
all
you've ever
over again?
seen, what's that show called? Adventure Time. You know the reference of check, please.
Ah, I see. Adventure time. Yeah.
Wait. Who's this?
Check me. But yeah, there's a scene where they're doing like movie related stuff, and
Oh,
have
it's this guy. Okay.
so check, please. Also, why am I not hearing Hobby? Oh, that would help. That would explain why I'm not hearing him. I lowered him and had no memory of lowering him. Testing, Hobby.
Yeah.
I'm here.
So
Attention, please.
Well, the tap. That's here. Dang it. Where am I?
So remind me, besides DrDerp, being into NASCAR or racing, and then Yu-Gi-Oh, what things is Hobby into? Besides NASCAR.
And Pokemon.
But he was into the Pokemans?
Pokemon!
Derp stole my joke, you bastard!
I knew that joke was coming.
Shin Pokemon is a South Park thing if you don't know, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, you were referring to
It's basically the South Park. The funny thing is, it's the South Park parody of Pokemon, where I think they wanted to call it like shit Pokemon or something like that, and they couldn't say it the way they wanted to. They were told by the censors you can't do it that way. So they came up with like the version that's based off of the phrasing that they used, and it literally translates to the exact same thing they were trying to say in English, and they got away with it.
Shit Pokemon.
Let me see what that means.
Oh.
Some code.
Save here. Something's gonna save here. Hey kids, let's all go to the
Basically, this is what happened, okay? So they originally, I think they originally wanted to, in South Park, call it penis monsters, but they were told, no, you can't say that on TV with the context of how they were doing it, for whatever reason, right? Even though it's satire. So they said, you know what? Let's go look it up, and they looked up a Japanese way to say it, right? Which was chin, because chinpoko means penis in Japanese slang.
Penis!
So they put the Pokemon part, the monsters part, or whatever, into there, and thus Shin Pokemon was born. So it was literally just an innuendo joke that they couldn't say the original way, and so they had to change it into a slang thing that sounded like it would fit, that wouldn't get detected by the censors, where they're just like, yeah, that's... Because they knew the censors are too stupid, and unlike the fans who would go and research, like I just did, they knew they wouldn't go checking for it to see what it means.
Stupid. Here we go. Get ready to go heat racing here and the Hastings Cloud Field. Green flag is in the way here in the Hastings Cloud Field. Oh, it's derpy, oh, contact! Oh, Jesus, contact! More contact! Derpy, he's all damned up there, by I tell you what.
He's getting loosey-goosey, I tell you what. Alright, Javi, I got some trivia for you.
The Derpy was getting tossed around like a ping pong ball out there. He like, oh my Jesus.
Riddle me this. How many swears can you safely say in an R-rated movie before it becomes NC-17 by the MPAA rulings? Is
23!
A, 399, B, 499, or C, 101?
2 to go.
21.
Wrong, Dirk. That's not even one of the options anyway.
101?
Wrong. It's 399. Any more than that, and you go into an NC-17 rating. Meaning it's literally for adult. You know how like they have N and then they have AO in the US game rating system thing? That was for adults only, and meaning only anybody 18 plus could buy it legally. Like you could not legally buy it. For the motion pictures group thing, that as long as a movie has 389 swears, it can be rated R. The moment it hits beyond that or anything that's equivalent outside of swearing, then it immediately becomes NC-17. So when the creators met Sir and Trey Parker went to make South Park Banjo Longer and Uncut, which is where the shit affecting things came from, right? The number of swears they had was 400, and they were told, you're going to get an NC-17 rating, and this because of too many curses, and they said, no, we wanted a PG-13. They said, well, you gotta get this amount of swears, you can't go beyond this amount, right? And so they went with 399, and it got an R rating because of that. To break it down, okay, they have 136 uses of the F word. 31 of them are when they say Uncle Fucker, you know, with the accent, thing to try and knock the Canadian people.
Take that fucking thing, Uncle Fucker!
With Terrence and Phillip. Then there's 199 offensive gestures and 220 acts of violence featured throughout the film, allowing it to be 399 total swears and things. And it is this profanity-heavy script earned the film a spot in the Guinness World Records for the most swearing in an animated film in history. And I think it's still the only film in history to have exactly 380 minute squares and still be rated R and still be seen and make a ton of money in the box office.
Well, cause one of the biggest bitch in the whole wide world.
Because they got my bitch, the biggest bitch in the whole wide world, so they got bitch there, bitch, you all the boy in dress. Alright, let's try something here. Let's see how well you guys do. Okay, who wants to play Mr. Mackey? Who wants to play Clyde? And who wants to let me be Cartman to them?
No.
What?
Because it's from the movie. So basically the joke goes like this, right? They're singing the thing from the Terrence Phillip movie. And then they settle down, and then I think it's Mr. Mackey or one of the teachers, whoever it is. The teacher comes in with Mr. Hand, right? Or Mr. Hat, whatever the hell his name is, right? And he says, let's start today with a few math problems. What is 5 times 2? Come on, Jordan. Don't be shy, just give it your best shot. And then Clyde raises his hand and goes, yep, Clyde.
All right.
And he goes, okay, now let's try to get an answer for someone who's not a computer. And it worked. Come on, Sheldon, don't be shy, just give it a shot. And then I think it's what? It's, I think it's Kyle. Is it Kyle? It says, is it Kyle? It's the Jew that always gets bullied by Cartman?
Yeah.
I think it's Kyle. And Kyle goes, I think I know the answer. It's Mr. Garrison. That's who it is.
Yeah,
Mr.
Garrison.
And he goes, I think I know the answer, Mr. Garrison. And he says, and then Eric goes, and he says, hey, shut up, that boy. He goes, hey,
Don't call me fat, Jew.
Don't call me fat, you fucking Jew. And he says, hey, could you just say the F word? He's like, no, you're not fucking school, you fucking bad. Oh, what the fuck? Eric, dude, he's so fucking can't understand me. What's the big deal?
Great job.
How would you like to go see the school council? How would you like to suck my balls?
Mr. Gator. What did you say? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Mr. Gator. Let's say it again. Grabs the microphone. How would you like to suck my balls, Mr. Garrison?
Shit, dude, as they get sent to the school counselor.
This guy swears too much. Really? No.
What you're seeing here is, well, I'm live here at this building here. And then somehow the news channels comes out of nowhere and reports the news.
You guys want to get a fun fact? Apparently, in the original Japanese version, both in the Japanese subtitled and the original traditional Japanese and all the stuff that's associated with the Japanese version of the show, right?
Yeah.
They never once had Frieza call the Saiyans monkeys, which is like a racist undertone thing. And then the very moment he was translated in English, what's the first thing that Frieza becomes? A racist. What does he call them? Monkeys. But it was only a thing in the US or the English version of it. It was never in the original Japanese version of the game. Or the show, I mean.
Okay.
You know, Frieza used to say that.
Not in the Japanese.
You're a monkey!
You know, I think most of the time that monkeys don't refer to, you know, but that, you know, but no offense to the black people, but this is why we call it that, you know what, and you know who, and then have that.
I like the ball too.
So apparently, Frieza was just as, if not more racist in the Japanese, except that at least he didn't use the word monkey, which is even more offensive. Do you know what his original terms he would use for them was?
English stuff.
Actually, like, probably the least offensive because it's technically what we as humans are, which are primates. Like, we're associated with primates because, you know, we don't have a tail and stuff like an ape would. So we're very similar in that genetic thing as mammals. We used to call them, in the Japanese version, simians or primates, but at least those, even though they're offensive, are not as offensive as calling them a monkey.
Yeah,
that's what they call. That's what they call the Homo sapien.
It's calling them monkeys. Like, if that's not the most racist thing I've ever heard. Because they have a tail, I don't know what does. Also, I've noticed it's technically the equivalent of Yoda in like Star Wars, in the sense that both their species don't have a named species. They're just literally their name and then their species type. Like Frieza is just the Frieza species.
I wonder.
Like for example, Yoda in Star Wars is the Yoda species, with him, Grogu, Yaddle, and a few others. Dragon Ball have the same species. You have the species. You have Namekians, and then you have, of course, the Frieza species. Today. What do you think, Kinder? Are we doing another race, or are we done for today?
No, I'm still. I only just finished qualifying.
What? No, I wasn't paying attention. It looked like it was the actual race, so how am I gonna know? Rada. Do you guys know the reference? Rada.
That's really double.
Well, Charlie, we're gonna stab you in the eyeball now.
Hello and welcome to Dover International Speedway in Delaware's capital. This mile-long concrete oval houses some of the most intense racing in NASCAR today.
Do you guys know Chowder?
The biggest crowds on the eastern seaboard flock to the Monster Mile.
Wait,
to see the best
there's
drivers
a
in the world
cartoon called
battle
Chowder.
door to door.
And there's a character in the name of the show, Schnitzel. And all he says is,
Get set. The race is going green.
Next
There's green flag.
You're
You're all clear.
Alright, true. Let's test your guys' knowledge. And I think Dirk might know this only because I'm pretty sure the show technically originated in development out of Canada. I could be wrong.
What?
But with this, true or false, there's only been one change ever in the history of Ed and Eddie where they changed one word to something else. For a character.
what?
To make it the character.
What
In the
show?
Ed and Eddie.
Oh, okay. Ed and Eddie. Okay, yeah.
There's only ever been one technically quote-unquote or dialogue change in the history of the entire show. Ever.
Okay.
Is that true or false, if you had to guess?
I mean, I never watched Ed and Eddie, but
What is your guess, Javi, if you've ever seen it?
but I'm gonna say probably.
What do you think, Javi, before I get the answer if it's true or false?
I mean, to be fair, it also was a later run, like later evening run show too. So
Yeah.
could also possibly that they didn't change anything either.
What do you think, true or false, Javi? Find out your result.
I think it's gonna be false.
That would be correct, it's true. There's only ever been one change in the entire dialogue, and that was changing the word rabbit to bunny for Ed. Because Ed being the one that he was, except for that one episode where the boomerang where every character acted different than they were. Ed, when petting Double D, and he's supposed to be, or he's petting the rabbits, he says, "Pet up on me, pet up on me." And they said that they wanted it changed because Ed would never say rabbit. And the host said, "You got it."
Low on fuel.
It's the only time in that series' history where they changed a word, and the only word to be changed
Okay.
was rabbit to bunny.
Alright, we're coming down pit road right now. I'm at the oh. Doggy.
Hank Williams Jr.
Hank Williams Jr. What about him?
It's just that but it's recommending like really out there YouTube videos for like songs and things I would want to see.
Can't survive.
And one of the main page things it's recommending is a Hank Williams Jr. thing. That with the thumbnail that they picked for the music video is very like it's just it looks like it could be misinterpreted for something very different than what it actually probably is. Like the way the women are dressed, it looks like they're in diapers. Is the best way to explain it. When in actuality they're probably on like some weird like the dress that you'd see for like a waitress in like the old 50s movie and stuff. where they like that little frilly skirt thing in the front that's like a handkerchief type thing or whatever. It looks like that, but the way it's laid out looks more like a diaper. Is the best way to explain it.
Still there. Clear high.
I'll tell you this: there's one channel I will never watch.
Okay.
That I've literally said I'm never subbing to. You guys ever heard of Nick Juggernuggets?
No.
Oh?
That's a YouTuber. That's a YouTuber. You know what he did that made a lot of people say, you know what, we don't associate with him, watch him, sub to him or anything now? So him and his wife were supposed to have a child, right? And I guess the child was tested, because I guess you could do certain things to get them tested to see what they're going to have before they're born.
Okay.
And there was a chance that their child was going to have Down syndrome, and they're like, yeah, we don't want that, so they literally aborted the child. And I'm like, yeah, that's how you lose subscribers. Because you want to abort a child
And
that's
also,
gonna have a mental disability that you can't handle.
If you can't handle it, that's what putting up for adoption is.
That's been like
he made a post about it and everything, like they were excited for the first child, and then there was a news article about them aborting it. Like, that's not good when you're in the news about it, especially after a storyline thing where you, in storyline on your content creation on YouTube, in storyline killed your parents. Like, that's not a good look.
There's a wreck and turn somewhere.
never could look.
What are you saying, Harvey?
I mean, it's the abortion thing is like still like a controversial thing to us even to today.
I mean, I can understand where they're coming from, but like, if you're afraid you can't do that, don't do it. Just say, you know what, I don't think we're gonna be able to handle this. Make it known that you found this out, and that you're probably gonna put it for adoption to find a family that would be able to understand how to deal with a child with that disability. Like,
Yeah,
do you know how bad that looks? Especially with all the people that are adults that were never tested for ADHD and autism and all that stuff that are coming out and finding out that they have it all these years later because they were never tested as a kid.
All clear.
Like
You know how bad that looks?
I mean, technically, me personally, I'd be one of those where I wouldn't be able to handle it. But
Like, I can understand not being able to handle it, but aborting the child instead of just saying, you know what, I'm gonna let this child get born, and we're just gonna put it for adoption when it's legally allowed. Like, I get that you want to abort, and that's a right and a choice, but it's the context of the fact that you're going to end up in the news if you're somebody that's well known. Like, if you're going to announce about a child, don't make it public until you're ready to do something, so that way it doesn't come back looking negative on you. Do you get what I'm saying?
Hey, I wouldn't have. Let me say something first, mate.
No, I'm listening. Good. I'm listening. I'm just scrolling through YouTube.
You're 3 wide.
But you're listening.
I would never.
oh no! Jesus, we're done. Oh God, Jesus.
Oh God.
Ready to go.
No!
He done. Oh, yep, his race is done. There's no way his engine can still drive.
Oh, I see it.
We're still the leader. We got. Are we like a lap ahead? No, we just lost the lead.
Oof, there goes the lead, Rip. And the white flag is in the air.
Somehow I'm still third though.
Right now, I was gonna say, right now on the screen, we're still second, but yeah, now you're third.
Oh, now I'm dropping. I'm dropping now. We might. I doubt it. How far? 10. Jeff Gordon. Here comes Gordon. Jeff Gordon Ramsey. No. Can we still get a top 20 out of this? That is the question. Probably not.
You're lucky to get a top 20 if you can hold it. You're gonna be lucky.
What the? Okay, Bobby, good, okay.
All clear.
Bobby decided to just ass pack me down the back straightaway.
I mean, it's helping you doing so because now you're gonna get a top 15 finish if he just keeps hitting you in the back end. But if he doesn't try to pass you, then you pretty much got this. Oh, never mind, I spoke too soon.
Oh, wait, here comes a car. No.
Hold it.
We managed to get a top 15 out of that.
Now what are we gonna say, Javi?
Yeah. Hold on a moment. Let me see this replay. Hold on.
It's gonna take a minute because I can't just go to where.
Oh, now I see it.
He's talking about he really stream to actually see what had happened.
I was gonna say.
And he's seeing the camera that we were seeing.
I would honestly, I would never abort a child because one, I want to see if to see how I would take care of it.
Yeah. If I had
It's
a child
difficult to
and it
explain.
disability just like I did, and I don't think I can handle it, then I'd put it up for adoption. I wouldn't kill it. It's unnecessary.
I would never abandon a child. Okay.
I mean, putting them up for adoption is one thing. Actually, aborting them is another.
I would never say that in public. Honestly, it worries me. Okay. You know how
Search something, but I'm listening.
are born from cats,
Say it again.
and you know how cats are born? They're kittens.
Yeah.
That's what worries me if I take care of a child or take care of a cat.
You're a little, and I don't know if that's on my end or your end.
I think it might be on Xavier's end because it's.
Yeah, because you're coming through clear for me on your end, Derp, with your voice.
Xavier's dying. He's dying over there. Oh my god.
But I'm always dying. Damn.
Well, yeah, you're technically still always dying.
Well, at least I'm not dying like you.
You're not as Mr. Roboto today.
Did you see what cards that were on the ban list are coming out to one copy each on the current ban list for the TCG and Yu-Gi-Oh?
I have
that were banned for decades prior.
Not a clue because I don't follow any of that.
All right, I'll give you one clue. Here's a question for you. What classic card, has this effect? Activate this card by paying 800 life points, then target one monster in your graveyard, special summon it in attack position, and equip it with this card. When this card is destroyed, to destroy the equipped monster. What classic Yu-Gi-Oh card had that text that was introduced during the original release in 2002 and has basically stayed banned in the TCG until this year, meaning it's been banned for 24 years, and it was first introduced in Master Duel within the last 4 years. Do you know? Derp.
I don't know.
You don't remember Premature Burial?
Oh, okay.
Do you remember the card Metamorphosis? The one that people would use in like the old GOAT format where it says you sack a scapegoat token and you get a free Thousand Eyes Restrict on board? Yeah, they've limited that card too, and that card was banned. There's a bunch of cards that like on the recent ban list, right?
Okay.
That were banned and are now legal at 1. And some of them are cards like you would never expect to be legal. There's like one card that I can understand why it's staying banned, even though after it got banned, and it was a trap card. Do you know what card that was?
I don't know.
You ever heard the card Last Turn, which was this weird convoluted trap card that basically just said, "Hey, each you get a monster, they battle. Whatever monster survives wins. Otherwise, it results in a draw," kind of thing. Yeah, basically, that card got banned because it was too complex of a card effect that it warranted being banned. Every other card that's ever been banned has either come off the ban list, stayed on the ban list, or has gone on and off it so many times that, like, now it's kind of like it don't matter. Like, some cards got limited, but there's a lot of cards that were banned for the longest time that just came off the ban list not too long ago. But now you can technically play modern era GOAT using the current ban list. Like, there's a lot of cards that were legal in GOAT format that were banned in every other format that's legal. Well, I take it you're probably done now that you know, finished that race. Alright, talk to you later, Tater.
Okay.
You going? Alright. That's gonna be it for me today. We'll be back hopefully tomorrow. Or we should be back tomorrow for NASCAR 25. Because I'm not planning on doing any work to the race car this week. So, we should have a stream tomorrow. We have a stream on Wednesday and a stream on Thursday. Probably not on Friday. We're probably gonna go to the camper. Saturday, we're gotta go pick up a motor. And Sunday is, I don't know. We'll see. So, almost basically back to regularly scheduled programming. So, alright. Until next time, guys, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Until then, we'll see you guys later. Peace.